Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good.
Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live, y'all. It's time to talk about King's Court. We reviewed Queen's Court, but now it's time to talk about these Kangs. And oh, buddy, do I have a lot to say, and y'all have a lot to hear. Yes, indeed. You know, I enjoyed the first episode. We're gonna go on dog walk it a little bit, all right? Let me hang on. Shit. My bad, y'all. Look, I was speaking into existence. Listen, they ain't on season 2 yet. But they on the way though. They on the way. Hang on, let me go back. Now that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Give me one moment. I hope your Tuesday is wait, what's today? Wednesday. Sorry, child. See how tired I am. Hope your Wednesday is going well. I had a great time this morning. So we're going to talk about King's Court tonight, right from the space right here, right now. Let me get this together. I was literally trying to catch up with everything. Do you hear me? Everything. So trying to catch up on 90 Day Fiance, this here, King's Court. There we go. Listen, I'm just speaking season 2 over y'all. That's all I'm doing. I'm just speaking season 2 over y'all life. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. All right. With that being said, higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. As the fireworks are going off behind us there. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all of you here in the building. Y'all, let's talk about it's time for some King's Court. Yes, indeed. Here, let me see. I go all the way in my notes, child. Give me a moment. Hopefully your Wednesday's going well, y'all. And by the way, 90 Day Fiance, Hunt for Love, that'll be coming up at 8:30. So be here for that. Of course, as you guys know, Ready to Love comes back this Friday. So Saturday, we'll be reviewing Ready to Love myself, Dr. Ucha, talk with Solana, Gigi Nye, main man Q. And then, of course, you know, Sunday, we will be reviewing Heart and Hustle Houston. Okay, so that's the brand new show that's premiering Saturday, August 2nd at 9/8 Central, only here, hashtag on keeping it real. Y'all, please blow up those numbers for that show, please, because I need some new content for sure. All right, so here we go. So opening, Tyson Beckford, Carlos Boone, and Thaddeus Fuller. So Tyson's a model, Carlos is a former NBA player, and Thaddeus is from WWE. And there's 21 hopeful queens, right? So basically what ends up happening is every week there is an elimination dinner party, right? Where the men or the women send potential kings or queens home. But also too, there's usually 2 dates with each king or queen per week, right? So there is that. So we learned that Carlos' parents is married for, actually before that, the 7 ladies come in, right? And the 3 gentlemen walk down the runway. So it's like a fashion show, right? And, you know, I like this setup. There's a certain energy to these men. And we're going to get into it because I have a lot to say. So Carlos' parents has been married for 52 years. First of all, congratulations to your parents for 52 years. That's amazing. So Brooke now and Tyson know each other, apparently. How y'all know each other? I'm joking. So with that being said, Brooke Nell's parents, you know, they met on a dating app. Her mom got the key to the house, a car, and married within the first week. I'm like, first of all, congratulations that they are still married. But no, son, you don't do that. You just don't do that. I don't care who you are, where you come from. You do not do that. No. I believe that takes about maybe a year to 2 years to really date somebody, get to know them. Then after that, you should know, right? Because first of all, life is too short for your mental health to be screwed up, right? So, yes, indeed. So Tyson chooses Brooke Nell and Liana. So Janae, her last relationship was 5 years ago, and her dad played in Earth, Wind, and Fire, right? So Carlos and Janae are talking there, and Janae seems really cool. You know, she doesn't seem fazed by the celebrity at all. She seems very sweet, very kind, very about her business, right? So then we have Carlos choosing Janae and Lexi. So then Dr. Sinone has no trust issues. So Tyson's talking to Sinone, Dr. Sinone, and some other ladies. Tyson got cheated on with a guy who was babysitting their dog. And by the time he got back, the guy that she was cheating on was walking their dog. So that was a bit rough, you know what I mean? And Tyson crying over it. You know, I'm not mad at it, man. You know, I feel that men are so told to box everything in and keep it moving, don't have any emotions and stuff. I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with you? What are we supposed to do, right? So that did hurt. And not to mention, too, that was low down. Just low down. Like, bruh, you cheat on Tyson Beckford with a guy, and then you hire that guy to walk y'all dog. That's messed up. That's messed up. That is messed up for real. So then we get to Thaddeus, right? And Brooknell says that she caught a 40-foot Kingon fin, right? So Thaddeus cannot believe. Hey, Colton, good to see you, my man. Always good to see you, my man. So Brooknell caught a 40-foot Kingon fin, right? A fish. And Thaddeus is not believing that at all. And Dr. Shawana is aggressive. Now, here's the thing, right? I believe that aggression can be a good thing and a bad thing, right? Everything's in the eye of the beholder. You can be aggressive for going after your dreams. You can be aggressive for protecting your family. But coming into this, it's like, y'all are just getting to know each other. This is the first episode, and you're already aggressive? Like, good Lord, what are we doing here? But Thaddeus likes a woman who can take charge, which is understandable. If she can't have her own energy, then you wonder if, you know, you will be her energy supply, right? So Thaddeus has a school in Miami, a nonprofit, and he says whoever he dates has to recognize that they are givers, right? Because we're blessed to be a blessing. And I feel the exact same way. Like, some of these purses, y'all, are like $10,000, $50,000. I'm like, okay, listen, for that $50,000 purse, we're going to give away $50,000 to charities that deserve it. Yeah, I'm that type of dude. Because, like, why do you need a $50,000 purse for? That's just me, though. But Thaddeus has 2 sons and a daughter. And Jenny, who is a white woman, is hyping herself up, right? Talks about, you know, her dad being part of state government and this, that, and third. And Jenny says that she's dated a black man. Keep that in mind for a little bit later on in this review, okay? This after show. So then Thaddeus chooses Dr. Shawana and Jasmine. So that's the setup. I will say from that setup, I do like the dynamic that these three have. I feel like Carlos is kind of the low-key, even kill brother. Tyson Beckford is kind of the rambunctious guy who looks good. And then Thaddeus, he's that, you know, dominant WWE energy, right? So it's a very even kill trio, which I like. So then we get to the dates, right? So Tyson Beckford is a daredevil, allegedly. And he likes adrenaline. And Liana transforms, you know, other guys for women. And I've heard this trope before that, you know, you date a guy, you pick him up, you dust him off, you make him better, then some other woman gets him. And I feel like this, right? No woman should ever do that to a man. If you cannot come complete as a man, then what are you dating for, right? So that's just me. Far be it from me giving an opinion, but hey, she said on the show. So then Tyson and Liana talk about zodiac signs, right? And here's my thing on these zodiac signs. Like, do I look them up from time to time? Sure I do, to see if it's a good match or not. But do I believe in it? Not entirely, no. Because there's a good side and a bad side to every zodiac sign. Now it is Leo season. Although we don't claim all Leos, okay? Some of y'all Leos can be traded. Okay, but sincerely, some of y'all can be traded. But I feel like sometimes people get a little too deep in the zodiac sign lore. It's just like, does he have good credit? Does he care about his mom and dad, his kids? Is he responsible for what he does? Like, there are other factors to me that, you know, indicate if that person is good for a relationship or not than a zodiac sign. I mean, listen, because listen, you you could date a Taurus, right? And that Taurus is a bad person, but you could date a Capricorn, and they can be a good person, right? So it's like it's the pick of the litter, right? So Tyson is confused by Jenny's energy, right? It's because Jenny comes over very aggressively, and he already has chosen Liana as his second date. Excuse me. And maybe Jenny just didn't know that you already chose. Okay. So she was just trying to get in, right? So then Tyson's date is skydiving. Now, I have never been skydiving in my life. Not here, not there, not anywhere brainly I am. It would have to take the right person, right? It would have to take the right person for me to do something of that magnitude, right? It would have to. So let me do this. I fly indoor skydiving. Now, this is as close as I will get to doing indoor skydiving, or skydiving at all, rather. So let's watch this, because this is about as close as I'm going to get. Hang on. Let's see. Because, skydiving is really all about trust. And if you haven't skydived before, you're... In the words of my mama, she said she can't make another one of me. So I always remember that whenever I want to feel like, I am bold, brazen, and brash, to try something. So here it is here.
iFly is where you experience the thrill of freefall without jumping from an airplane. When you arrive, you begin by checking in for your flight. Next, you head up to the flight deck where you can watch other groups fly before it's your turn. When it's time to begin your training, your instructor greets you and brings you to the classroom. The classes can have up to 12 flyers in each one. Then, for about 10 minutes, your instructor will teach you about the basics of indoor skydiving and explain how they'll communicate to you with hand signals in the flight chamber. iFly provides all your skydiving equipment, minus the parachute. The flyers then take turns in the wind tunnel, flying on the wall-to-wall column of air, one at a time with the instructor's assistance. Here, you get a close-up view of everyone's flight and a chance to hone your skills as you learn from others. The instructors are highly trained and always stay close by while you learn to fly like a skydiver. The thrill of flying your body in high-speed wind is an unforgettable sensation. At the end of the session, your instructor will put on an aerial performance.
Oh, dude!
Then all flyers receive a certificate commemorating their first flight. iFly takes videos and photos of your flight that are available for purchase to capture the moment forever, as well as iFly shirts and other cool merchandise to remember your flight. iFly offers discounted flight time to return flyers, as well as the opportunity to progress into maneuvering, flying with your friends, advanced maneuvers, and even competitions.
Oh, not competition style. Oh, my Lord. Like I said, I would definitely try that, okay? But it has to be with the right person, because, just... Oh, Lord Jesus. But yes, I would definitely try indoor skydiving. If I could, I would, for sure. So, yes, indeed. But they actually go actual skydiving, right? So, Brooknell and Liliana do it. Brooknell feels like she's about to ish in her pants. Understandable, because, you're 30,000 feet in the air. And there's only one way to get back down on the ground. So really love the fact that both of those ladies went forward. They are braver than me, for sure. You know what I mean? So absolutely indeed. So then, Carlos, his date is yoga, but not just any type of yoga, goat yoga. So Carlos grew up in Alaska, so he's really about animals, right? And Lexi was not here for it. By the way, did I mention that, let's see here. Carlos got Janae and Lexi for his dates, right? So, Lexi was not here for it at all. She was not laughing, this, that, and the third. And like I said, goat yoga is not a typical date. Especially for your first date on national television. So I can understand Lexi a little bit. And Lexi has had bad experiences with animals, pooping on her, this, that, and the third. So, Lexi said that it smells like, burnt cookies and ish, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So because of that, Carlos chooses Janae, and Carlos and Janae talk, right? And we learned that Carlos met his, ex-wife at 17, married her at 20, and then got divorced at 28, spun the block, and, now wants to be married for a third time. And, Carlos asked Janae, would you want kids? And he said, if it's the right person and we're in a good vibe, then absolutely, I wouldn't do. There's nothing I wouldn't do for the person I love, which I thought was very sweet. So then Thaddeus, brother, you're gonna be interesting. So, Thaddeus is talking about his 2 dates, which his 2 dates was Dr. Shawana and Jasmine, right? So, he gives an okay. I'm like, wait a minute, not okay. I'm like, he did that very well. I'm being messy. But I do like the fact that these guys all have a personality, right? Because I think Queen's Court was like 10 episodes. So we're going to be in here for the long haul. So we got 3 episodes already, dropped on Peacock, right? So with that being said, the ladies show up in the same outfit, like nearly identical. I'm like, what? My Lord, okay. So they drew different cards, right, at this painting gallery, right? And so Thaddeus drew the card of whoever drew this card is the canvas for 10 seconds. And those ladies got those paint bottles and squirted hard. And he was like, all right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, damn it. And that was a black man, damn it, if you don't stop this shit right now. I thought that was utterly hilarious. But Thaddeus, this is where, bruh, your hands are a lot bigger, man. And you got a lot more force, so just, yeah! Like, that's what I would have done, but that's just me, though. I thought that was hilarious. So Dr. Shanina is blindfolded, right? And it is going to be a paint war. Dr. Shanina is blindfolded. So then Jasmine tries to turn around, and Dr. Shanina says that she doesn't need help. But then it's an all-out paint war, and it is bad, right? So I thought that was absolutely hilarious, right? So then we're at the King's Castle. So for those of you who don't know, at the end of all the dates, the host, by the way, let me not forget the host, Holly Robinson Pete and Rodney Pete. They are the hosts. Beautiful couple rather, been married a long time, and I really like their dynamic. They're like the unspoken of the show. Right? So what this castle now? So the King's Castle, where the kings sleep. Now in Queen's Court, right? At a certain point in time, there were, beds down the basement, right? And the ladies, and not the ladies, but the men lived in the Queen's Castle basement. So it looks like the ladies going to be doing the same thing, okay? But that's a little bit later on in the season. So at the end of all their dates, the kings sit down with Holly and Rodney, and they talk about the dates. And then after that, they have to choose 3 women for this first episode, 3 women to be at the elimination party, right? So basically, Jasmine, she's a good chick but not assertive, right? Dr. Shawana, she's assertive, and that accent from Mississippi got to Thaddeus, right? So this is the recaps of all days. Carlos, Jane is seeing him, Carlos is seeing Jane rather is deeper than physical. And then Tyson was like, these women don't know me from a plate of chicken, but they went up there with me. So after that, they have to make their choices. So it was Jenny and Ileana. And, you know, Tyson is like, Ileana went up on a plane from me, y'all. And he was like, it's going to be hard, you know, 2 against 1. And I'm just like, bro, you guys are Beckford. Like, you got some power here too. Like, this is the thing. I feel like with Queen's Court, and I did not watch season 1, okay? So I will admit that. But season 2, it was the right trio because they seemed like they really were about each other winning. I feel like, you know, for Thaddeus, Carlos, and Tyson, there will be a brotherhood. It's just going to have tension at times. So, yeah. So, at the dinner party, it's Jenny, Lexi, and Jasmine that are at the dinner party. So, basically, there's cocktail hour. At this cocktail hour, you get to, you know, talk to the men get to talk to the ladies get to pitch themselves to the men. And by the end of the night, one of them or all 3 of them could go home, right? And so Lexi had a very fantastic quote. She said, I don't compete, I complete, which I thought was a smooth line. I really, really did. So then Thaddeus and Jenny talk. And remember when I told you that Jenny said that she dated a black man? She lied. Yeah, she lied about dating a black man. And Jenny did not want the conversation to be intense. It's like, well, if you haven't dated a black man, just say that. Right? And, you know, interracial relationships get a lot of flack. I actually, yesterday at work, I saw a couple. And you know what? It just looked like they were in love. And I said, listen, beautiful couple, if you can find somebody that love you for you in the midst of all of this that's going on in the world, shout out to y'all because life is too short. Because I know in our community, there is the mindset of blacks with blacks and whites with whites and all that stuff. And, you know, I don't believe that there's bad men. I don't believe there's bad women. I believe there are bad individuals. Okay. And so with that being said, when it comes to an interracial relationship, one of my friends, they asked me, would you ever date a white woman? And I said, well, here's the thing. If me and a white woman got married, something happened in my culture, right? When we wake up, we have to have a conversation on it. But if I wake up with a black woman next to me, all we gotta do is look at each other. And then we'll talk about it later because we both understand that this could be us. And it's important to wake up with your culture in your home. Now, that's not to say that, you know, white people, Italian people, Mexican, you know, Japan, Asian people, that they don't ride for black people, okay? Because how I feel about it is if your partner rides for your culture and will, you know, mentally handle your family in any capacity, shape, form, and otherwise, then I'm saying I'm Sama Makusa, praise be on God, rock on, you know what I mean? But also, too, you have to recognize not to forget who you are. Right. So I'm never upset at an interracial couple as long as they both recognize who they are. They don't forget their culture. I'm always going to root for that because I'd rather have a black woman or a black man being with somebody who genuinely loves them for them than them not finding somebody. Right. So that's just me. But hey. So then Carlos and Lexi, they talk and, you know, Carlos really likes that Lexi is a mom and Lexi is a singer and she's hosting a show on Tubi. So let me just bring up this. Always love our show when we're able to do stuff like that. So after that, Thaddeus and Jasmine talk, and Thaddeus wants Jasmine to be a little bit more assertive. And I will say, dude, it's the first day. I think to, you know, kind of cancel Jasmine out because she wasn't assertive. I don't think that was right. I mean, that was his choice, but I mean, everybody has a different dominance, right? It's sometimes opposites attract. Sometimes you are the aggressive one and she's the demure one. Sometimes she's the aggressive one and you're the, you know, demure one yourself. So I think that balance could work. I think Thaddeus was a little too quick to jump on that perspective. So then we're at the elimination dinner, right? So Jenny is eliminated, right? Lexi is staying. And then Jasmine's eliminated. And I will say, I think that, Lexi staying is warranted, right? Because, she does have an energy to her. Jasmine, I feel bad for her because it was the first episode. She didn't really get the chance to allow her light to shine. And I've always felt this about dating shows. Like, for the first week, give everybody a hall pass. Let them develop their personality, right? Then the second week, then you can start eliminating people. Because what if you eliminate somebody that really could have been the one? That's how I truly feel about all dating shows. And as the elimination dinner was going, Thaddeus said to Jenny, I appreciate you and respect you for being truthful enough to say that you've never dated a black man. And, I think Jenny has good intentions from what we saw was only the first episode. But I believe that sometimes when you haven't been in a space of culture like that before, it can be different. You know what I mean? But I do wish Jenny well as well. And then Rodney and Holly say Lays come to the table. And all the Lays are coming to the table. And so we'll find out what that's all about tomorrow, because we're going to be doing episode 2 tomorrow at 6 p.m. So with that being said, that is your King's Court Season 1, Episode 1 after show. We're going to take a little commercial break, and we'll be back right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward,
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mira's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you, more than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all you here. Listen, that was a great first episode of King's Court. Looking forward to tomorrow night. We'll review episode 2 of season 1 of King's Court. Okay. Very, very excited. I really do like the trio. I think it's going to be very tense at times. And of course, skydiving, painting, and goat yoga. I think out of all the dates, I think I probably would want to do the paint one because, like I said, goats and yoga, I don't get why that's a thing. Like, are the goats supposed to help your back strength? Like, that's what I don't get. And then, of course, skydiving out of a plane 30,000 feet in the air is terrifying. So I like to be on the ground. Some things I like to be in the air for, but that's neither here nor there. But yes, indeed, y'all, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Like I said, I was trying to get both of these shows done for y'all today. Like I said, I think next week will be, well, I thought I was going to end at episode 10, but it looks like it's not. So we have a couple more episodes to go with 90 Day Fiance, Hunt for Love. So I'm very excited about that. We'll be covering that tonight at 8:30, episode 10. And then, of course, Thursday, episode 2 of King's Court, which, by the way, it's airing on Bravo, too. So Bravo has, the court show as well. By the way, I think King's Court and Queen's Court can work for everyday people, too. Just have 3 men or 3 everyday women. And, maybe there's some celebrity women that don't mind, dating, or celebrity men that don't mind dating everyday people, because I think that would be interesting too, to see 20 female celebrities or 20 male celebrities to see everyday people. I think that would be cool too. Just a thought. Well, we can't get Megan Thee Stallion because she's with Clay. We're very happy for her. Okay, I'm not a hater like Slim Thug. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I saw the story about Slim Thug. I'm like, bro, really? Come on now. I think Clay and Megan could actually be, they could be an item for sure. They definitely look like it. More than Jonathan Majors and Megan Good. Okay, no disrespect to them, but just, I don't know how you can sit through a whole trial and hear all that and not think that he did it. That's just me, but yes, indeed. So, like I said, later on tonight, we have 90 Day Fiance, Hunt for Love. By the way, you guys have been making it do what it do in terms of those reviews. So shout out to you guys for that. So let me get up here. So right here, hello, one person, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Show y'all this here. So right here tonight, episode 10 after show. Okay, so we'll be there. Like I said, we talked about Norwegian Cruise Line this morning, and Great Stirrup K. Okay, so please go watch that show. We also talked about YouTube, that you can curse in the first 7 seconds and that you can still be fully monetized. Of course, there was a man that almost fell off the ship trying to get his sunglasses. Then we talked about Byron and his mom with the melanin brand skin company, which is a skincare brand for kids. And there was a company that really was being toxic, petty, trifling, trying to scare the business. Then, of course, we talked about Disney and the 2 new permits to start the movement on the Magic at Disney Animation. Of course, this Pyro, what was it called? Pyro Axis, I think. I'm not mistaken, of Ohio. They are trying to set the world record for the largest bounce house in North America. Then, of course, black NASCAR drivers are making it do what it do. So we talked about that this morning. Of course, you're watching King's Court, season 1, episode 1, after show now. Tonight, 90 Day Fiance, Hunt for Love, season 1, episode 10. I really have been enjoying this series. I really, really have. Like, TLC, you did something with that one. You really, really did. Like, the casting was good. The setting was good. I think that, honestly, y'all should keep that as a regular series. Like, I want season 2. It better be renewed for season 2. So at this point, you can call TLC the sincerely, you could. Yep. Or just chillaxing. Glad to have all you here in the building with me. Woo, it is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday, and it will be my weekend. So excited for that. And yes, indeed, there's some. But yep, just chillaxing. Glad to have all you here. Yes, indeed. So we'll take another commercial break, and we'll be back with more right after this, everybody. And roll it.
Yeah, we hustle all day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, jump it to the floor, yeah, jump it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, jump it to the floor, yeah, jump it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, jump it to the floor, yeah, jump it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, jump it to the floor, yeah, jump it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
When we start a project, we always start with story. That story is key. So we began with the story of the Waturi people. The myth of the Waturi people is that long ago, they set out on their outrigger canoes looking for a new home. There was a legend that said they could only find this new home with the help of this mini golden-finned fish called Kanuku. And they searched across Pacifica and Polynesia, and they visited all these islands. They went to Bali and Tahiti and went as far as Rapa Nui, Easter Island. Along the way, they made friends, collected sort of the culture, and they sailed on and on and on, and they almost to the edge of the world. There, to their amazement, was Kanuku. And she turned to the people and said, "You are ready." Turned and swam away. They followed, and within a day, they caught sight of this smoking mountain on the horizon, which was Volcano Bay. And it was pristine, beautiful, lush, everything that they would want in a home. And that's the backstory that informs everything we do in our design. The idea here is to create the best experience. We know what our guests want. They want the thrill and excitement of our theme parks, but they also want a place where they can relax and chill out and feel pampered. Nobody wants to stand in line. And so we said, let's get rid of them. Nobody wants to carry rafts up a ride tower all the way to the top. So we said, let's do that for you. Exhilaration, excitement, and relaxation. That's what you're going to get at Volcano Bay.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
Yeah, we hustle all day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. I'm loving it.
All right, welcome back into Brandley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here. Listen, every time we'll go to Cinemark and see that or the showing, and then please silence all cell phones. We actually got that video for a deep dive live that we did about Gamescape, which is a brand new family entertainment center business from Cinemark. So check out that live if you missed it. A great brand that definitely will be one to watch out for sure. So glad to have you here. I'm your tour guide, virtual tour guide, Brandon Lee here, and we're just talking about King's Court, season one, episode 1. I originally put season 2, episode 1, already speaking season 2 in existence, but no, it's season 1. Everybody is season 1. 1. So yes, indeed. They're glad to have all you here. And a good day today. This is my second show of the day. And of course, tonight we'll have that show, 90 Day Fiance Hunt for Love. I really have been enjoying that show very, very much. And like I said, of course, Saturday, Ready to Love. Get ready for that. That should be a good time with myself, Dr. Ucha, talk with Solana, GG9, Main Man Q. When the four of us come together, it is a good time. And then, of course, Heart and Hustle Houston, Saturday, 9/8 Central, only here. Hashtag on Keeping It Real. Y'all, please blow up those numbers, please. Because I want that show to succeed so bad, so everybody could please get the fuck off of LAMH, please. Because, child, we need some new content for the Oprah Winfrey Network, okay? That show's been on for 10 seasons. It's done all that's needed to do and ain't got no more juice left, child. And believe me, I watched Anonymous T's. Hey, it's Fullerton. Good to see you, brother. I watched Anonymous T's video. Tied for the series low. How many of y'all were excited for the show to come back because y'all ain't got no other content? Not somebody leading a blackout, but yet doing the show anyway. Hypocrite much. Anyway. I'm just saying, like, listen. There are plenty of other shows to talk about. Plenty. Okay? So, listen, it's all good in the neighborhood. God bless everybody on their journey, the ones that deserve it. Okay? 3 people in the building. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Glad to have all here. Like I said, this one right here, let me show y'all this one right here. If you missed out on this one, y'all please watch this one, okay? Sony and Bandai Namco teamed up to do a partnership for anime and manga, but I got a feeling they might be making some theme parks happen here in the United States. So check that out. Of course, we reviewed part 3 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. And then we finished watching the rest of the Shamia Bourne video here. And of course here, you know what I love whenever I like scoop by all these, like you can see like what is to come. So like you see the Universal Epic Universe in that one, you see the Good Morning America one, that one, Epic Universe, Good Morning America. Like I sincerely love the fact that, you get to see a preview of what, you're watching. So done a lot over here, a whole lot. Yes, indeed. So good stuff. So yes, indeed. Florida, how you doing, my man? Hopefully all is well with you. Yes, indeed. A lot going on in the theme park world. Like I said, usually whenever we do like theme park stuff, y'all, here's the thing, because we're such a open, vast, and diverse channel, we can talk about anything that you guys go on tour talk about. But whenever it comes to theme park stuff, like I do my research, because theme park nerds are like Marvel nerds. You have to get it right. So, there are times where it's like, okay, before I do a deep dive live. Now, I will say this. Having a theme park destination upon the regular show is easy to do, right? Make sure you got your references and do that. But when it comes to a deep dive live for a theme park, you have to get all your facts straight. So, like, for example, the Una Carnival cruise line and also the Magic of Disney animation, that took some work of finding, old footage to, showcase what the new attraction could be. And then, of course, showcasing that document that has been out for over 10 years, a decade. And then, of course, for the Sony Bandai Namco, talking about, Pac-Man Live, the experience, and showcasing how all the other theme park brands are already doing stuff. So it takes a minute for some theme park stuff to come through. But I sincerely love doing theme park stuff. I feel like the theme park content we do over here is like a mental cleanser or mental palate cleanser. You know what I mean? We just have fun and be loose and be silly, and all that stuff. And like I said, check out that one about Norwegian Cruise Line. We had a whole deep dive live in that one, and the island looks amazing, you guys. So that'll be coming out summer 2026, and they're giving away 250 cruises, and you could win one of them. All you gotta do is just enter the contest. Now, all you gotta do is enter one time. And the sale date will be on my birthday, August 10th. So I already know who I have chosen for that. Hopefully they will be able to come with me. But yeah, I think that would be really, really, really cool if I won that. So with that being said, I'm going to turn off my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Hang on, let me do that right. We've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. There we go. So yes, a great show. So yeah, we'll chill out here for a little bit. Got that all done in 1 hour on the dot. Not too bad. Lord. See if we are just chillaxing. Like I said, I probably won't be on here too much longer with you guys. I'll probably be here until 1 hour and 3 minutes or 1 hour and 4 minutes. We'll see. And then we'll do the daily motivator and head on out here. But yes, indeed, for sure. So. By the way, y'all, this morning I was up listening to Same OG by Genuine and also to Anita Baker. Let me tell you something. If you ever have a sad day, let me tell you something. Putting some Anita Baker on, you'll get your whole soul together. Yeah. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-dee-da-dee-da. Oh, baby. Da-da-da-da. Keep it up there, operator. Get my baby on the line. Like, just, her voice is just, oh my God. And I know everybody gets on to Auntie Anita for not arriving on time for the concerts, but she is definitely a legend for sure. I love me some Anita Baker. So yeah, I was listening to that this morning. So yes, indeed. And y'all do not worry. I saw the news about Shannon Sharpe. We will talk about that on Friday, okay? I'm like, good damn, bro. Just like you're Shannon Sharpe. Like I'm sure plenty of women would have slept with you that were grown. Yes, indeed. Hey, one person. Hey, two people. Welcome in. We're just chilling. Thought about King's Court Season 1, Episode 1. Very good first episode there. And it's only 3 episodes out, so we're not too far behind. Tomorrow we'll talk about Episode 2 and review that live. So, yes, indeed. Hey, one person, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. Let's get to the get in, doing what we do with the Daily Motivator here. Okay, I'll have to read this one on camera. Because sometimes, some messages are for people, Give to nobody else but for yourself, child. Sometimes you gotta give your own self some motivation. What was that song? Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to speak victory during the test. And no matter how you feel, speak a word and you will be healed. Speak over yourself. Encourage yourself in the Lord. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Listen, if y'all have not heard that song, y'all need to listen to that one. That one's a jam right there. Believe me. All right, y'all. Here we go. Daily Motivator time. Yes, indeed. Here we go. Hey, there we go. It's a funny thing about life. If you refuse to accept anything but the best, you're very often get it. Somerset Marble. Interesting. It's time for a Daily Motivator for Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. Positive force. You can make a difference in the way this day unfolds. You can make a difference for how tomorrow turns out. You can make a difference for yourself. You can make a difference in the lives of others. Everything you choose to engage in brings consequences. You have the opportunity to make those consequences the best they can be. You have the ability to make a positive difference in the space that's right in front of you. You're also able to have a positive impact on certain situations far away in time and location. What you do matters in all sorts of ways, so be sure to put out your love, your best considerations, and your highest truth into it. You can make a difference, and you do make a difference all the time. Keep up the great work and continue to be a positive force in your world, Ralph Lawson. When it comes to being a positive force, truly, I think sometimes in life, y'all, we cause our own hell. And what do I mean by this? I think sometimes in life sometimes in life, when we feel like we have fallen down, sometimes we'll blame this person, that person, but it's really us. And what I've come to recognize from the Azalea Bankses of the world and Kanye West and Amber Rose and this, that, and the third is that when those people want to hurt people socially, mentally, or put them in any position to bring negativity to them, it only backfires because eventually people hear the truth about the hell you caused, right? So first thing I would say about being a positive force is positivity is light, evil is dark, right? And guess what? Evil cannot reside in light. It just can't. That's the first thing I'll say to you. The second thing I'll say to you is this. What you do matters in all sorts of ways. So be sure to put your love, your best considerations, and your highest truth into it. There's a song that goes, everybody plays the fool sometimes. No exception to the rule. I sincerely believe sometimes people really choose themselves to be the fool because they serve no other purpose in life. And I remember something that Steve Harvey said, right? That in order for you to get to everything that you love to do, you have to wake up in the morning to do it. And I feel like the scripture of, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you are thinking about others more than worrying about yourself, that just tells everybody that you ain't got shit going on. And it's really sad when people want to prop up projects that will never really get the light of day to a platform that they wanted. Because here's the thing. What I've come to recognize is that everybody is a track album called life, right? There's a Brain League track, there's a Chit Chat with QT track, there's the Silver track. There's so many tracks, right? And within each track is the lyrics to how they feel, the melody, the beat. And some tracks are good, some tracks are bad. But the best tracks are not the ones that are the most heard, but it's the most appreciated. So if you're going to be putting out any project, recognize that if the project only goes as far as your audience appreciating it, it really is not worth it. It's not. And in the words of Marcel Scott, who should never be quoted by, we'll quote him now, sometimes you have to cut away from people. Not the fact that you did to me, but it's the fact that you could do it to me. And I think a lot of times in life, we will hold on to people for the chance, the hope, the thought of them being able to change for the better. But as my mom says, money and circumstances don't change people, just amplifies what's already in them. So if you are already an asshole before social media, you're going to be a bigger asshole with the platform of social media. But if you're a kind person before social media, you're going to be a kinder person with social media. And that's what I've come to recognize with YouTube and social media, that it just really brings out the truest form of who you are. And in the words of Kendrick Lamar, don't tell lies about me, I won't tell truths about you. And finally, the third thing, as y'all know, like I mentioned, Kanye West, he put out an album, and he talked about, Jews. He talked about Mustache Man. He talked about the Triple K. And you know what Spotify did? And a lot of streaming services did? They did not promote his album. And so I think everybody should understand that you can do what you want to do, but that doesn't mean people don't have the right to respond. And my biggest thing is this. If you really are that progressive king or queen, then why are you coming off your chariot to throw tomatoes at people that you don't care about? And the more that you amplify them, the more that those people are going to go to those people to see what you say, if it has any weight. And when it doesn't have any weight, you're going to look like shit. But that's because you probably are shit and you do move in a shitty fashion. So if you want to be a positive force, be positive. If you want to be a negative force, be a negative force. But either way, force is powerful. Not just how you give it, but how you receive it too. And with that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you are always one of us in trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you're chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you. You spend time with me. And hopefully, by spending time together, we'll be great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube. Live your best life. Or listen, you're just Thaddeus just trying to avoid paint. Make sure the replay is not just for you watch it, not just for you listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. Always remember, in order to receive love, you got to give it. Or receive love, you got to give it. Or receive love, you got to give it. Wherever obstacles you have come, wherever successes you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen. There are some people that all they will be able to do is go to Party City and get a crown. That's all they will be able to do. But recognize that crown has no weight to it unless you give it weight. So don't be concerned with people who have fake crowns on their heads. Be worried. Don't be worried about the people with fake crowns on their heads trying to move like they have power. Don't worry about them. But instead, invest in the people who know whether they have a crown on their head or not, that they're about their business. With that being said, commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us as a society, as people, as a culture. I feel the love, And I send it right back to you. Like I said, I'll see you guys back here tonight at 8:30 for 90 Day Fiance, Hunt for Love. This is your final tour. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based on your location. One love, much love, all love. Bye, everybody. See you soon. Bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child, Brandon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the